Hey there, I'm Gabby and I'm a wet on wet oil painter. And today we're doing gabbing with Gabby, where I'm going to talk to fellow YouTuber slash wet oil painters about their processes and their careers. Just kind of give them a chance to put down their paintbrushes and talk about how their painting is going for them. So today we have Chopper Rick, and Chopper Rick is from Missouri in the United States. So, Chopper Rick, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, how's it going? I'm Rick O'Neill. I go by Chopper Rick. Uh, Years ago, I worked at Walmart, and a couple of guys, we were all into motorcycles, and he's like, "Hey, you're Chopper Rick," and I was like, "I like that." So it kind of stuck, and I've been Chopper Rick for nearly 25 years now. So,
Great,
so
great, awesome.
anyway,
Um, and just to clarify, you do wet on wet oil painting, like the Bob
yep,
Ross style painting. Yes.
most yeah, a little bit of acrylic, but not really much. Just kind of dabble, but yeah, mostly my stuff is all oil. So.
Awesome. Okay. And I guess the first question, when did you get started with doing oil painting?
I started about September of 2021, actually. So it's not been too long, just a couple years. So,
Oh, awesome. And what motivated you to start oil painting?
well, I mean, I've always watched Bob, with my grandma, back in the day on PBS, and years later, the pandemic hit and all the documentary and all that came out, and I realized Bob was still kind of a driving force in today's culture, and just kind of started watching that, got reintroduced, and here we are, So and also I kind of needed it because um, just mental stability, you know what I mean? Like just kind of an outlet, release some things you battle, just kind of start doing that and get lost. So
Awesome. I think there's a lot of us that fall into that. Do you have any other like real specific hobbies that you do outside of oil painting?
not really anymore. I taught martial arts for about 5 years, and that was fun. But as time progresses, you kind of start going into different things, and I don't really do that much anymore, but I am still heavily involved in it. So, um, motorcycles, I collect guns, knives, stuff like that. Just, you know,
Awesome. That's
life
great.
stuff.
Awesome. Okay. So specifically, you tend to paint landscapes, correct? And is there any specific reason that you chose landscapes as what you wanted to paint?
Um, I mean, I was born in Rhode Island, so like I always used to like going out looking at the water, with my mom, my grandma, and my great grandma, just kind of watching it nice and still or whatever, crashing against the rocks. So then we moved here, and we got a little bit piece of land, and it's kind of in the woods. I used to like going exploring and kind of just looking at the trees and all the just the nature of it and the skies. I'm an only child, so I spent a lot of time outside, just kind of playing by myself. So yeah, it's just kind of what I'm drawn to. I just kind of, I dig it, and I can make my own world, like Bob says. It's like none of the stuff that you see in the day to day, involved in it. So you just kind of make up your own happy place, like you said. So
That's great. That's
yeah.
wonderful. Um, so how long did it take you before you kind of felt like you had a handle on oil painting?
Yeah, like uh just like anything else, and you're not gonna ever be the best or get, to where you want to be. You're always gonna have room to grow, in anything you do. So like I said, I've been doing this for about 2 years. I'm starting to kind of learn different things like I'm better at than other things. Some things I need to work on, and um I don't think that's a process that I'll ever really master or get used to. You know what I mean? So and that's the beauty of it. That's the great thing. We can always strive to be better, and then what look at it on the wall and be like, oh wow, that was better. So I think that's the best part of it.
Yeah, that's great. And I totally agree. So, is there any specific artist that you are inspired by or that you really admire?
Yeah, first and foremost, obviously Bob, Bob and Bill Alexander, they're the ones that kind of laid the groundwork for us, in this kind of thing. I watch a lot of YouTube, and Bram Bevan's on there. He's one of the go-to guys I watch. Josh Kirkham on Paint with Josh, Zach Rodriguez from Zero Art. He does a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yovette, painting with Yovette. She's from Oregon, and she does a lot of the landscapes and stuff like that. And I just really enjoy watching them. They're calming, you know what I mean, and you learn a lot from them. Actually, also you, because I posted in one of the groups here recently and about starting a YouTube channel and whatnot, and you commented on there with some of the you know advice on the apps and kind of what you do, and you said if there's anything that you can help me with, just reach out, and that really hit, that really went through me. I was like, wow, that's cool, so here we are talking, now, so that's kind of cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, influences and everything, they're all around us. You just got to look for them, but those are some of my top ones right there. So
Awesome. That's and I really do feel honored that I was able to help in some type of process because I feel like that's my purpose on earth is to help
yeah,
other people. So okay, let's see. First of all, do you sell your artwork?
I do.
Okay.
I've sold a few of them. So yeah.
And how has that process been for you, or is there anything that has been really successful for you in that process?
Right now, I just kind of rely on like Facebook posts. I post on my personal page or my um Chopper X Customs page, if you will. And sometimes if people like them, everything's for sale. Honestly, whatever. I'm not. Sometimes I get a little attached to them, but I mean, if somebody wants to have them on their wall, then that's awesome. I'm sure. Let's make that happen. But yeah, basically Facebook posts, any kind of if like I said, somebody's interested in it, then they can send me a message and we can go from there. So
Awesome. That's so cool. And do you have pieces right now that you have that are available for sale?
I
Or
do. Yeah. But
oh, I was just gonna say I didn't know if you had, caught up with selling everything that you had or if you still had some pieces laying around.
oh yeah, I mean, like I said, everything I do, I mean, if I post it and somebody wants it, that's cool. It's like I'm totally honored and floored that somebody would want to even hang my stuff in their house or whatever. But yeah, I've got you know just usually on my Facebook, I'll say if something is sold. You know what I mean? So I mean, if it
Okay.
hasn't said sold, then I still have it. So.
Awesome. Okay, that's great. Okay, so what advice would you have for people who are just getting into this?
Yeah, just go for it. Get yourself some supplies, You don't have to spend a fortune, just go get some stuff, cheap stuff, and just start stroking your canvas, you know what I mean? Just put some paint on it. Um, you don't need gobs of paint on your palette to start out. You watch Bob and he's got those big thick balls of paint, and it's like, you don't need that. You're gonna waste money, you're gonna waste everything, supplies. It's just yeah, just start out small and use what you need from there, so yeah.
Awesome. That I every single time I watch like Bob Ross or Bill Alexander and they have those huge gobs of paint, I'm like looking at my tubes, I'm like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what they did. They sold paint, they sold supplies. I mean, they used brand new brushes each episode, you know what I mean? So it's like the normal person can't do that, So we have to be very selective and careful with what our sources are, utilizing what we have. So,
Yeah.
you know,
I, I knew from early on that Bob Ross must use brand new palettes, especially when his palettes were wooden. Because I have some wooden palettes and all the paint just sucks right into the palette.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh
there's
yeah.
no way he's using that twice. You would know it would be stained permanently.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Kind of along those lines, what do you wish you had known when you first started painting?
um, you know, uh Bob talks about like the violent reaction that paint thinner has with liquid clear. So when you go to thin down your paint, um I never realized how violent of a reaction that was until I started trying it, and you put too much paint thinner on your brush or in your paint, whatever, and he said before you're gonna have a painting in your floor, and he wasn't lying. It'll start running. So um just start. like I said, start small. Don't because you can always fix stuff before it gets too big. You know what I mean? While it's small. So, yeah, just start small and go from there. Be light-handed, if you will. You know what I mean? So, anyway.
That's great advice, actually. Okay, so let's see. Looking forward, how do you see your life sort of as an artist going forward from here?
Um, you know, I just kind of take it as it comes. I don't really have a 5-year plan on it. Really, I'm just kind of doing it because it's fun. And um, it's not my full time job, so it's still fun. If it became a full time job, then I mean, they call it work for a reason. You know what I mean? You get paid to do work, but right now it's fun, and if people enjoy it, and I inspire people to pick up a paintbrush or go buy some supplies, kind of like what we're doing with these groups. It's like we post our stuff and people like it. It's like as long as I'm influencing someone in a good way, like Bob and Bill, Yovet, everybody does for us. It's like I'm winning. That's a win for me. So
That's awesome. So kind of because I've had this thought, I have tons of hobbies. Do you see painting as something that you probably will do, as long term or throughout your life, or do you tend to like pick up hobbies and then kind of walk away from them, or
um drawing and art and stuff like that has always been a real big part of me. I've always been pretty creative on things like that. Um, I've drawn since I was a little kid. Did the art classes and stuff like that. And life happens, so you kind of put stuff on the back burner, and then like I said, it wasn't until just a couple years ago that I kind of started really getting into this. Um, I've actually been introduced to like such a bigger world with this painting journey that I'm on. So it's like I don't think I'll really ever stop. You know what I mean? Even 10 years from now, I think I'll still be cranking them out. So which is exciting to think about because imagine your first one versus one 10 years from now. It's like man, have them hanging up on the same, you know, same spot on the wall as the progression shot. So
yeah, I agree. And I think painting's one of those things that when you pick it up and you really love it, I can't ever imagine walking away from it myself. So,
yeah.
um, do you have any kind of final thoughts or anything I guess I didn't get a chance to ask you about that you'd like to sort of share with the wider world?
Um, just do what makes you happy. Life's too short to live it for anybody else. So if you like painting, then paint your heart out. You know what I mean? Just do it. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so Rick, where can people find you if they were to look for you online?
I am on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, Twitter. I'm on it all. So we can, I don't know, we can give our links, in the description or
Yep.
however you want to do that. I don't know. It's,
Yep,
I'm,
absolutely.
I'm
And
pretty much everywhere. I like to try to keep a broad base. I don't know, just more people I can reach is key. I just want to like if somebody's at the bottom of their barrel, at the end of their rope, and if they scrolling through, and see a fast forward painting video that I do, and they stop and watch it and they like it, man, that made them happy. That's a win. I just want to. I'm on a lot of outlets, so, so anyway.
that's awesome, awesome. And I will put that in the description, and I also do credits at the end, so I'll put some information on the end about that. So I guess that's all that I have for now. So thank you so much actually for coming on. This has been a blast. And I do look forward to talking to you again. Maybe down the road we can do this after we've
Absolutely.
all kind of gotten into it some more. So that's it for now, guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, if you want to put them in the comment section of the video, that'd be really helpful. You can follow me at Gabby the Oil Painter on YouTube or Chopper Rick's Customs on YouTube. And I'll put the rest of the links in. So definitely hit him up and follow him too. He's been really inspirational to me as well, and it's funny how that happens. Anyways, for now, that's it, guys. I'm Gabby, and I really do hope that you guys fall in love with oil painting just as much as I have. Bye, guys.
So, yeah.